Wednesday night. It's Chit Chat Chop, and it's 9 o'clock, Facebook Live. Thank you for joining us. We have this awesome guest tonight. Who's this awesome guest over here? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it's you.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well.
It's warm in here.
No, that's an understatement.
Let's pick the hottest day of the year to come to a kitchen.
But
What a
we're
good
rocking
idea.
it. You can't see it, but flip-flops and sandals. We have it down tonight.
I'm naked from the waist down.
It's really awesome over here.
That's why I'm
Really
wearing
awesome.
this. It's not good.
So we have Mr. Jeremy Webb here from Neptune Theater,
Hi.
artistic director. There's probably many other titles you have, but that is the key one, right?
Is this censored at all?
No.
Some people would have some very flowery
Flowery
titles for me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're very excited to have you here because you have a show that's on right now, Kitchen Party, which is super exciting.
Yeah, the Argyle Street Kitchen Party. There's a bit of a theme to my life right now.
I love it. Kitchen.
Although our kitchen is air conditioned and has a bar on stage, so while you're watching the show, you can actually enjoy a.
I offered.
I'll take a small glass of wine. You can come to the theater and actually get a glass of the beverage of your choice.
Can you really?
And enjoy a great concert, a great show.
In the theater.
In the theater.
Yeah,
but there's a bar on the stage, so you can actually buy your drink on the stage, and 12 of our audience sit on the stage and watch the show from right there. Yeah,
that is
they're
amazing.
in the action.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
That's very, very cool. Yeah, I haven't been in Neptune in a while. I have young children, as do you.
So do I, but I go every day.
Yeah, but you're there every day.
I'm
here every day too. It's wonderful. Yeah. Yes. But one day I will come again.
Thank you.
He's prepared. He's got
cheers, everyone.
Cheers to Chit Chat Chop.
I hope people are watching this with a glass of something in there.
Most of them are.
We already have someone going grease at you.
Oh,
what I mean?
Grease in the wheel.
Gabrielle Jeanette said you better impress Jeremy.
That's one of the Neptune marketing team.
Oh, okay. You're on the hot seat, Jeremy. Hot seat in the hot kitchen.
I am.
Okay, so we're going to make a dish that you requested.
Yeah.
And why did you request this dish?
Well, okay, so I left England 20 years ago, and at some point around about that time, I understand, and I don't know the facts, but I heard that this dish is in fact officially the national dish of the UK.
Wouldn't surprise me, yes.
Right?
I found similar things in my research today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know more about it than I do.
Not really. I Googled it.
Okay, well, so did I. But so I grew up as a white Englishman loving this food.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Because it sort of became really popular in the UK when I hit my teenage years. It was sort of the time that cooking in the UK enhanced and evolved. Let's say evolved.
Evolved, that's a good word. Evolved.
From being cliche, a little grey, a little bland, to being a little more multicultural, a little more flavored. People discovered spices, only one at a time, mind you. But and then it sort of restaurants started to pop up, not unlike Halifax about 20 years ago.
20 years ago, and now there's a lot of restaurants.
And now there's a lot of multicultural, glorious flavor in our world.
Yes.
And thank goodness for it. But back then, back in the UK, even earlier, 10 years earlier than that, when this dish, and I'm not mentioning it because you haven't mentioned it.
You can mention it.
Okay.
You can announce it.
Okay.
Announce to the world of Chit Chat Chop.
Apparently, we are making Chicken Tikka Masala.
Yum, yum, yum.
The national dish of the UK because of the gigantic and wonderful population over there. So, that's why I suggested it.
It's an awesome thing. Indian food is one of my favorite cuisines.
Yeah.
I could eat it every day. My
Me
husband
too.
gets a little tired of it after a while, but my kids love it. I love it. I have to keep the curries a little mild, but this is a fabulous dish. And one of the reasons we're doing it in a special thing, which we've never done on Chit Chat Chop, is a lot of people get these Instapots, which are all the craze as of late.
Yes.
And I was a bit of a skeptic. I was like, oh, that's basically a modern pressure cooker.
When you told me that we'd be using Instapot,
You had a different idea.
I must admit that it crossed my mind for about a nanosecond this morning. I was like, really? I'm going into the middle of nowhere in Bedford to a kitchen to shoot some kind of Facebook Live thing about pot. And I was like, and then I get here and there are knives laid out on the table, and I nearly dropped it. And what could be,
some very sketchy ingredients.
Yeah, anyway.
No, it'll be
I'm
epic.
joking.
Yeah. So we're gonna get this on, and then we're gonna chat a bit more because it takes 10 minutes to cook. Only 10 minutes.
Oh, good.
Which, if you were to make a curry at home, it's a good hour and a half to kind of make it all break down.
Is it?
It is. So that's why I thought Instapot, chit chat chop, half an hour. We're gonna make this happen. So we're gonna chop some garlic. Do you know how to chop garlic?
Yep.
You're on. Do you want to know secretly how to chop garlic chit chat chop way?
Well, is it that you do this and then you do that?
You can do it that way.
Oh, but what's the correct way then?
No, there's no correct way.
Okay.
That's a good way. So I usually chop off the little ends.
I just did that after the fact.
Yeah, that's fine. So perfect. And then you can do exactly what you did, which is slam.
I wash my hands.
I didn't mandate that you did that, but I'm glad to hear that you did.
So what do we do? Yeah, I just did that.
I'm not saying I'm eating this, so. So you just slam it down, and what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of salt, okay?
Oh, yes.
And you're going to sprinkle it over your crushed garlic.
And you know why you do that?
Why do we do that?
But I know there's a reason. Is it because the hard grain of salt like breaks up the fibers of the garlic?
It's abrasive. So watch. Oh, he's so smart. I think he Googled it. He must have.
I didn't. I did know
You're
that.
hilarious. Okay, so you give it a good rough chop, just a little bit.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to have smashed it first.
Yeah, smash away. Hard.
That was.
Okay, then you lopped them.
Don't look on the floor.
Don't look on the floor on the sandals.
Okay, so then the salt.
Not too much salt because we don't want it to be overly salty.
Well, I like salty. Okay.
Okay.
And then what do I do?
So you're gonna give it just a little rough chop, like 3 or 4 times, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your knife and you're gonna to the blade and you're gonna push down against the board. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna press the garlic in with the salt and create like a little abrasion. And you're gonna have.
Now what happened?
Garlic.
Has anyone in your 44 shows ever cut their finger off?
Not yet.
Live
Is
on
tonight
camera?
one of those night?
No.
Okay.
I touch wood.
Touch wood. Yes. So that's it. That's the trick. So
see, yours looks beautiful. Mine looks a little more.
So the trick is.
No, I'm a rustic kitchen kind of guy. I like my garlic rustic.
Well, I would never do this motion. So if you just push.
Yeah.
That way. And pretty firmly.
It's not that easy. If you're watching this and you think, yeah, that's how I would do it, I just tried it and it's not easy. It makes it really
look,
easy.
I didn't know I made a mess there. Okay, and then I would just. Okay, so.
Okay. We
are going to add our garlic into because we are on saute mode. Mm-hmm. So one thing about this thing is it beeps at me a lot. Okay. We are on. Here we go. We're gonna go to high.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go start. All right. We're supposed to be cooking. So let's put our garlic in. Oh, it's sizzled. Woot woot.
Have you ever done a meal on one of your shows where you just put one of your pre-made meals from your freezer in the microwave and hit 1 minute?
But that would be genius.
Yeah.
I would like to do that. I'm going to sneak the
idea.
And get a spatula because I didn't really prepare.
Because then we could just drink more
wine. Then you drink more wine. And then we're going to toast all the spices. So we have smoked paprika. We have some like fennel leaves.
Can I put one in?
Sure. Turmeric. You can put them all in. Okay. I'm not going to hoard here. Tandoori. Cayenne.
Okay.
And Gram Marsala. That's your last thing. Look at you right on there. You are great at this.
Are you done with the salt now?
And don't stand right over there. You will inhale Indian spices. Very toasty. Yeah, we're done. You can just put it off to the side. Okay. So we've marinated this chicken, which we're going to add in before we smoke out all the herbs. And this is yogurt, fenugreek, Gram Marsala. It does smell like the thing you were talking about earlier, doesn't it? Yeah. It does a little bit, doesn't it? So all we're going to do is sort of cook this for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
This is on saute mode now. This is one of the things about the Instapot, which I'm not really... You can stir that up.
Thanks, I was going to say.
Sorry, I take over. I know. It's my nature.
Can I touch this? Yeah. Okay.
If it's too hot, look, you can hold it with a towel.
Well, it's not, but I will hold it with a towel.
Perfect.
For hygiene's sake.
For hygiene's sake. So there's a saute mode on the Instapot, which doesn't really saute. It bubbles. I know you splattered.
I just splattered on
your beautiful shirt.
Well, it's not beautiful at all, but I just...
well, it's still splattered.
I made a mess.
We don't want to make a mess.
Is that stirred enough?
Yeah, I think that's stirred enough. Let's let that simmer up and see what happens.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, I found a cluster.
Oh.
I found a cluster.
He's in it. He's ready.
Here we go.
You're going to buy an Instapot on the way home, aren't you?
I've already got one.
Oh, do you use it?
Yep.
Doesn't it? Okay, we have questions from Adam.
So Mark Barrett was talking about chips and curry and sauce. What he's talking about.
He's our executive chef.
He's from Oxford.
From Oxford.
Yes. Which is such a shame for him.
Oh!
Because where are you from?
Cambridge.
Cambridge. He said there was a rival with
the boat
boats?
race, an
The
annual
boat race.
university boat race. I didn't go to the university, but I grew up in Cambridge.
Well, you're right on there.
Patty's looking very classy tonight. Debbie Adams said.
Oh, thank you, Miss David.
Ellen Galgay loves chicken tikka masala. Tina just asked what you were making, and obviously she knows now it's chicken tikka masala.
Yeah, we kind of held it out.
Okay.
Didn't tell them. So, simple. So the thing about this, 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Wow.
You could make this every night for your wife
Now
and be a
that's
superstar.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to ask like cooking
You can ask
questions?
whatever
Because that's quite an angry simmering to the point where it looks like it's. Is that? Do we keep stirring or?
You could, but I'm going to sort of let it bubble up because that's going to
Yeah.
take some of the moisture out.
Good.
And it's going to sear off that chicken a little bit, which
Nice.
is, we really want the chicken sort of seared.
Was that chicken raw when it went in there?
Raw.
It was.
So
okay.
raw in yogurt, and it had pepper,
Yeah.
garam masala, a little bit of ginger, and a little bit of turmeric.
Mm-hmm.
That's what was in this mixture. And we had that in Chef Mark, actually. He prepped all this today. So that's been marinating for a good 8 hours, but I'd say a minimum of 1 hour
Yeah.
is what you'd need.
Okay.
Or put it in the night before in the fridge, and you could get it home, drop it in the Instapot, and away you go.
Oh.
And by the way, we didn't tell him where you were from before you
No,
prepped it.
he didn't.
Otherwise, he would have spat in it if he'd known I was
He
from
wouldn't.
Cambridge.
Our chef does not. Mark is not like that.
No, I know he's not. I know he's not.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how this
Only for
rivalry
me.
is.
Only for me.
Only for you. So it smells pretty good, huh?
It's great. Taking me home.
You get to take leftovers home. That's the nice
But isn't
thing.
it strange that I'm the whitest person in the history of the universe, and I suggested chicken tikka masala, but
Because it's so good.
But it's so good, and it's with great respect, and and I only wish we had this particular one when I was growing up, because it was kind of generic over there. This looks much more
Much
tasty,
more.
much
Yeah,
tastier.
Much tastier. Okay. So that's sautéed for a couple of minutes, just for time factor. We're gonna add in. So this is tomato paste,
Okay.
or you could use tomato sauce. If you had a homemade marinara, you could use that. We're just gonna add that in and stir it up. And then we're gonna let the secret Instapot, which is the pressure, which hopefully we won't blow our faces off.
After that, we have a couple Neptune-specific questions.
Neptune specific.
Oh, good.
Okay. You stir that up.
Yeah, am I allowed to take this down
I
to
know.
the? Can I take this down to the kitchen party?
totally can
Give them a
afterwards.
taste afterwards.
100% you
I'll get it
could.
on camera and see whether Ian Sherwood likes my masala.
Hey.
Whoa!
Steady now.
Cool. So what are the questions, Mr. Adam?
Okay, well, first question is, has Jeremy any superstitions, re theater?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
I'm not a hugely superstitious
Okay. Needs a little help.
person
Just wait.
in real life, but certainly I have had proof that I'm not in a theatre right now, so I can say it. You're not supposed to say the name of the Scottish play, Shakespeare's Macbeth, in a theatre setting, and I used to poo-poo that idea, and once in a theatre setting said the name 3 times while I was teaching a class at
You did
Dell.
not.
I did, and not 2 minutes later, I stepped out of the classroom, fell down some steps, and broke my foot.
What?
And at that point, I became a convert, and really believe that superstition is true. But most theatres are haunted as well. So we really Neptune is haunted.
It is.
Yeah.
Who? Do you know the names?
I don't know
No.
actually. I don't know that one. I've worked a lot at Festival Ganesh, and that place is definitely haunted. A guy died in that building when the Bauer Theatre used to be a gym for the university for St. FX, and a guy died up high. There was a track around the roof, and I understand he fell off. His name is Hector, and I've actually encountered him on stage during a show 3 times. This isn't really a chicken tikka masala kind of story. Yeah, no, I've encountered
That's
him.
a very fascinating story.
I know. He once came up behind me in the middle of a scene and put his hand on my back and gave me a little push, and it freaked me out. And I actually turned around. And the other actor on stage said, "What happened to you?" And I told him. He said, "You went as white as a ghost." And he appeared twice more. It sort of manifested himself twice more during that show. So, yeah.
Wow.
There are superstitions, and they're there for a reason, and yeah.
And you wanted them.
I run away from them. That's what I do.
What musical or musicals are Neptune putting on next season? Do we know?
Yeah, well, we
Is it
know.
out of the bag? Okay.
No, yeah, because back on February the 14th, I announced the next season, my first season as artistic director. Thank you. As you may know, well, actually, you didn't know.
No, I didn't. That was the one thing I didn't know in all my research.
We have Mamma Mia playing at the moment.
Mamma Mia.
There you go.
Yep.
Again. See what I did? And what Mamma
was
Mia
brilliant.
has extended twice. That's part of the last season. It's extended a little into the summer, so it's overlapping now with our kitchen party show.
Which is the first time you've done
That's right, a summer season in 20 years, a full summer season.
So kudos to you on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So when Mamma Mia closes, it's replaced by one of the most sort of energetic song and dance shows that I've ever encountered. It's a British show. It's created in England called Five Guys Named Mo, which is actually 6 guys.
It's a fabulous show.
Have you seen it?
Yes. It's an older show.
Yeah, it is. It's about 20 years old.
I wasn't in it, but my not high school, but university theater group that I was in, Kennebecasis Valley Players, they did it. And I had some friends in it. It's a fabulous show. Fabulous! Everybody should buy tickets.
Right, so it's the music of Louis Jordan, and there are 6 guys in the show, because there are 5 magical guys that appear and help a man, Nomax, played by Halifax's own Troy Adams, who's coming back from Toronto to be in the show. And he's having a relationship crisis, so they basically, through song and dance, give him some life lessons, and it is high energy, it's full on, and
Great
the guy
music.
that did the choreography for Mamma Mia, Ray Hogg, is directing and choreographing the show. So Mamma Mia is the most successful show in Neptune's history, I'm proud to say. Thank you, Neptune. Thank you, Neptune audiences. But Ray did the choreography for Mamma Mia, so I think it's like 40,000 people have seen Mamma Mia in the last few months, which is stunning and very exciting. And if you enjoyed that show, then you're going to love Five Guys Named Mo, because it is like full-on hardcore dance and song, and it's going to be cool.
That's my kind of theater. That's what I love.
We'll have to come see that. And then also in the season we have Cinderella as our Christmas show, which is a family musical. Which is a lot of fun. I actually just finished the second draft of the script today, because it's our own creation.
Wow.
Lots of comedy, lots of popular songs, wonderful cast, and then we have in the spring, this time next year, we'll have the Canadian premiere of The Color Purple.
Wow.
You didn't know that? I can tell you.
I did not know that.
So we have The Color
I need to be
Purple.
a little more up on my game.
Be a subscriber. It really gives you good savings. So it's Color Purple is an amazing show, and we're so the Neptune audience will be the first Canadian audience to see a professional production of it in the country. So we're pretty stoked about that.
That is really exciting. Yeah. Very, very exciting.
So Tina, who asked that question, is like,
hi Tina.
She's blowing away. She's like, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Tina!
Our chef Andrew Farrell's here, and then
hey Andrew.
What spices should you put in that pot when you put the garlic in?
Oh, garlic. Oh, so there was tandoori spice. There was turmeric, smoked paprika. We had cayenne. We had garam masala, and we put a little fenugreek leaves in. And then there was some ginger, and there was some garam masala in the yogurt with pepper. I think that was everything in the chicken marinade.
And was it about a tablespoon of each of those spices? It looked, I don't know how much was in.
About a teaspoon of each.
A teaspoon.
Teaspoon and a half. Most of them. I say this every time.
You never do.
I never do, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to post the recipe tonight when I get home. And if I don't, I'm going to do something. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to post the recipe. Everybody asks for the recipe, and I never post it.
I see.
Okay, it's still on. This is the problem with computers in the kitchen. It's okay. I made one beforehand, so if it doesn't quite pop out.
Shush. You know, there were a lot of cooking shows in the UK when I was growing up, and the catchphrase was always, "Here's one I made earlier."
Yes.
Because they put it in the lower, and then they put it in the lower part of the oven, and then opened the top part, and I was always like, "Wow, that was amazing! It moved." When I was a kid, it moved up in the oven.
You believe?
And then I pulled it out, and they pulled it out, and it was like that cooked in like 2 minutes. I'm not blessed with a lot of brains. Why did everybody leave me alone in the kitchen?
Soliloquy time.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I don't think.
What are you saying in your head right now?
Nobody wants to hear what I'm have to think and say. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What else do you want to know?
Well, you have a young family.
I do.
3 and 6.
Yes.
That's busy. Mine are 7 and 10.
Yes.
Busy.
Yeah. So you've been through this.
I have. So has that changed your life as artistic director? Changed your life in terms of work-life balance?
Yeah.
How is that from a theater perspective to a?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm very lucky. I have a very patient partner.
Yes.
Who, in this period of taking on a very large new job, also started a new job last year herself. So we've both been
a lot of change.
A lot of change. Right now they're at the cottage, so she's not watching this at all.
She's got it down. Go to the cottage.
Yeah. So, but she's got the kids, so you know, there's not a lot of sleeping. So yeah, it's of course it changes your life, and when you're a performer and someone that works in the theater industry, it's probably like any kind of the cooking industry too, the kitchen industry. When you are working, everybody else is relaxing, right? Yeah. Because you are supplying the entertainment or the social time for them. So, you know, if I'm in a show, and when I was acting up until a year or so ago, I'm in a show like Beauty and the Beast, say, I don't get to put the kids to bed for months because, you know, I have to be at the theater by 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I don't get home until 11 o'clock at night. That's my shift. So it's like strange shift work.
Yes, I agree with you. When I started, you know, I was gone every weekend. I was gone during the evenings. We're a little more balanced now. We've kind of, but it is tough, right? Because you were holidays, weekends, nights.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. If an actor ever tells you it's a tough job, they're probably lying a little bit. It can be tough, yes. It can be challenging.
But you're feeding your passion.
You know, I get to dress up. I get to, you know, fool around. I get to play. You know, it's not. I am not going down a mine. I am not on a lobster fishing boat. I am not, you know, doing all
in the heat of a kitchen like
I'm not in the heat of it.
It's 45 degrees in the middle of July. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We all have our moments. Well, that's great.
Yeah, so
that's great. Cool. Are your kids musical?
They certainly are showing tendencies. They got some moves on them.
Do they got some moves?
Yeah.
Are they flossing?
Are they what?
Are they flossing yet? I can't even do it.
I don't even know what that means.
Your kids don't do this yet?
Not yet. No, they've got some pretty good moves. That's pretty good. I'm gonna.
You have to watch the flossing.
I'm gonna let them watch this video.
Well, no, there's a whole bunch of people. You Google flossing. There's a little backpack kid that does it. This is on trend, Jeremy.
He started the backpack kid did it.
Yeah, he did it, and he does it like my son can do it like 800 times faster than what I just did. So you can barely see them moving.
Wow.
Like, it is the dance move of right now.
Okay, I'm
8 and under.
We're gonna put that into Cinderella. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get
you would get a standing ovation from your young audience if you had flossing in Cinderella.
Okay, I'm
110%.
I'm gonna get the choreographer to do it. Yeah, no, we will. That's awesome. And it was your fault.
It's all, you can put the credit at the bottom. Thanks to Patty at Kitchen Door Catering.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they are. They are kind of musical. I went to see Come From Away. Well, Melissa and I went to see Come From Away in New York, and we brought the CD and we brought it home and we have it playing in the kitchen. And now the kids ask for it most mornings, and I've actually posted footage of them singing "Welcome to the Rock." And there's a little guitar riff at the end. They even do that, you know, "Welcome to the Rock." It's pretty cute.
I love it.
It's adorable. And Come From Away is the show that I get asked about the most as artistic director of Neptune.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Even last night, actually, at intermission of the show, I had a patron come up and say, "I've got a great idea." And
like you haven't heard it before.
And actually, I love hearing from patrons with ideas, because actually sometimes they're pretty good. And this one is a great one, but it's one I hear a lot, and that's, "You should do Come From Away." And I'm usually very polite. I am very polite all the time, and I always say, "That's a great idea."
I wish I'd thought of that.
I wish I thought of that. And the truth of the matter is, I'd love to have Come From Away, but it's not available right now. You can't get the rights. But we're working on it. You know, I'll send it money to anyone.
Is there one that you would? I mean, Come From Away. He said is one. Is there anything out there that is attainable that you would love to bring, or you don't want to let that secret out?
Well, I can't let that secret out, because if there's something that I really love and want to do, I'm actively working on it right now.
Okay.
And the biggest secret we try and keep at Neptune is, what are the shows for next year?
Yeah.
It's impossible.
I understand that.
But The Color Purple was a big one on my list, and so I was thrilled that we managed to get the exclusive Canadian premiere rights for that. There are a couple of other shows. I wish I could tell you. I wish, because I know we've got them. And I can't.
You can't.
I can't even
hint.
hint.
I totally respect that.
I know. I'm so bad at this.
Keep a secret. I love it.
No, I am not.
I love it.
No, I'm not a good secret keeper. But there are certainly shows that I'd love to do. I went to see Phantom in Toronto, Phantom of the Opera in Toronto a few weeks back, because I hadn't seen it for a number of years, and I've seen it many times in my life, and it's fantastic. It's opulent. It's emotive. It's
the longest running show on.
Yeah, it's like 30.
I was going to say, I think it was in high school when I saw it.
Yes, I saw it back in the late 80s.
Yeah.
In London a number of times. So, that's great. Whether we'd ever get the rights to that is another matter. But
40 years later, potentially.
40 years later, but yeah.
Rent.
I do like Rent. Basically, I have to take into account 5,600, which is how long this is taking. But I have to really take into account our audience, and what they want to see and what they would love. And I think there's a lot of modern musicals that they would actually love to see, but it's persuading them. So like even a show like Five Guys Named Mo, which pretty much no one has heard of over here. Yeah. You're the first person that's reacted like that. Yeah, no. I've had to explain it to everyone. So, that show is going to be a big hit, but we have to get word of mouth going first. Yeah. The Kitchen Party that, is playing as of now, it's a new show that we've created, so no one knows that exists. And last night's audience and tonight's audience, I hope, they will spread the word. And last night's audience was on its feet at the end and very happy. They were singing along. People were dancing along. It was cool, right? Yeah. So there's a few years to go before people trust me enough to put shows on. I've just been slipped a note. I've been slipped a note that says marketing is watching. Ooh, I'm so scared.
He's scared.
Yeah. Well, I'll be in your office tomorrow morning watching you. And thank you, marketing, for getting me into a hot kitchen.
Yes. He was like, I don't know what I signed up for.
What did I sign up for?
What is this about?
No, it's great to be here. I can't wait to. Are we going to taste this?
Oh, we are.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
No, I know I'm a little bit delayed.
Do you have some naan bread?
I do.
Oh, you
look,
do?
I hook you up. If you come on the show, you get hooked up.
No one told me.
Nobody told you. I'm going to unplug it. I think it should do it.
My wife asked for The Greatest Showman.
Scares me.
That's fantastic.
The Greatest Showman is a great movie.
This is me.
I don't even know if they haven't made a stage version of that show yet. I imagine that they are.
You should do it.
I've been saying that, I shouldn't say this out loud, but I want to create a show from scratch featuring the music of Wham and George Michael, which some people laugh at.
Oh
but,
my gosh!
Right? So, all right, okay. So people around here are kind of... It's tingly, right?
Oh my gosh, that would be epic!
I would love it. And it would be, I think it would be as popular as the Mamma Mia show.
Or more, potentially.
I mean... So you heard it here first, right? Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I would love it.
What would you call it? Quick, what would you call it, Patty?
What would you call it?
What would you call it? Buy your ticket before you go?
No.
Buy a ticket. That would be the slogan for the show. Buy a ticket before you go.
I don't know. Whamtastic, no.
But you see, I think it should be the music of George Michael and Wham.
Oh no, but then you sound too. That's too highbrow.
Canadian
the music of.
You don't say. That's not the title. I'm saying it should feature, which opens up all of his solo stuff.
It does. That's true. That's true.
Faith.
Oh, you gotta have faith.
There you go.
I gotta have faith.
Nothing you can do right now is going to get me to sing along with you on the show. No, I stopped acting a few years ago. People don't want to see that. While they're drinking wine. While they're sitting in their living room. There's not enough wine in anybody's glass to see that happening anymore.
Here's another one.
Another question.
Tell Jeremy that the new grown-up sippy cups at the bar are much appreciated.
Grown-up sippy cups?
Okay, so somebody is at the show with one of the grown-up sippy cups because now we allow you to take your beverage, whether it be alcoholic or not, into the auditorium. So you
that
can
was never allowed before.
No, we changed our liquor license so that you could do that. And it's been fantastic for Mamma Mia. If you haven't been to Neptune, it's the new Neptune. It's a great place. And we renovated the building as well. It's just the seats are wider, 6 inches wider, 4 inches wider.
That's a good thing.
Well, I'm appreciative of it.
The best show I ever saw in a theater, and it wasn't a musical theater, but it was Radio City Music Hall. I saw Elton John with the Brooklyn City Gospel Choir. And they allowed alcohol in the theater, and we were all sat down in these really comfy chairs, and I was like, there was only, 1,000 people in the whole audience. It was the most amazing show.
You just reminded me that the last night before I moved to this country, 20 years ago this weekend, so actually, maybe, I don't know the date, but maybe 20 years ago tonight, I saw Elton John at Wembley Arena the night before I left. Isn't that weird?
And that show, he is the entertainer. Great. He puts so much into it. He's just...
It was meant to be Elton John and Billy Joel, but Billy Joel was sick, so he
I remember that show, actually.
Yeah, it was a thing that they did together a lot. And, it was very cool, though. Still, 3 hours of Elton John is very cool.
Yeah, it would be. Okay, so we're going to take the lid off this, which might mean it explodes. So I've unplugged it. I've vented it. Looks like it's vented. This is wobbling around, so you might want to stand back a little bit.
Okay.
I did this earlier.
I'm just going to stand behind you.
Oh! All right. There is the Instapot.
Wow!
Now, the key to this, so that would take like an hour and a half to get. And we're going to add in our cream, which is 35% whipping cream. We're going to finish it off.
It's suddenly not quite so healthy, is it?
Oh, there was nothing healthy about this.
No, okay. I was really hoping.
Yeah, no. All right. That's what you finish with. And so that's what gives you that beautiful orange color.
Yes.
Your chicken is slowly cooked. And then you can reduce this down a little bit if you want to, but I made this earlier just to do a test, and it really didn't need reducing down. Like, it's a beautifully thick sauce.
I mean, with something like this, do you have to check that the chicken is cooked? I'm very sort of anal about meat. And
Don't be anal about that.
okay, so it's okay to be.
Okay,
just, okay.
Well, you could. Like,
a little bit of salmonella between friends. What's that?
Yeah, what's that? What's that
I mean,
about?
you know, who
Okay,
cares?
let's take your garlicky knife. I put mine away. Here, we'll just chop her in half, and you can take a look and make sure it's.
Oh, it's totally cooked.
Yeah, it's totally cooked.
Yeah, totally cooked.
I
want to get a meat thermometer out and check each individual piece.
Oh,
I'm
you would
just
kill me a
kidding.
little bit.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, that sounds like my mother. Hopefully she's not watching because that's exactly what she would do. Okay, so that's
amazing.
it. It is amazing. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so I'm going to put this back.
Yeah.
And then we're going to plate up. We're going to plate up. So what else? Is there anything we missed that you wanted to talk about or highlight? Or
Marketing team, if I missed anything.
marketing team, have they missed
You're
anything?
watching. Probably the only people.
Any romantic or screwball comedies planned for next season?
Yes, actually, we do have.
That's all he can say, though.
No. Well, because
This
current season has just been announced back in February. So between now and 2019, the summer of 2019, I know exactly what we're doing. So we have the most hilarious and famous farce. I'll say it in Canadian. Comedy called Noises Off.
Noises Off! It's
Yeah,
fabulous!
which is fabulous. I'm so glad you know all these shows. And it features an amazing cast, including Halifax famous people like Bill Carr, Walter Borden, both coming back to Neptune after a bit of a gap, and Christian Murray, Mary Colin Chisholm. A whole bunch of great people in what is, I think, one of the most hilarious comedies, and that's next spring. I get to direct that. Next February, I think. So that's a bit of a screwball comedy.
We have a couple names for your potential George Michael movie.
Oh, yes.
Freedom. And the second one is Tina, our friend Tina again. Should be Choose
Tina's on
Life.
fire.
Choose Life.
Choose
Go back to
Life.
those shirts. Remember
I like
shirts?
that. I also like Freedom. Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
I was kind of thinking,
Sing that one?
Careless Whisper, exclamation point.
Freedom.
I'm not, you can audition, but I'm not singing.
No, I'm
with
not
you.
auditioning. I thought you would sing. Come on. This is Chit Chat Chop.
Yeah, I know, but I
And
don't.
singing.
I don't sing anymore.
But you used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so?
Okay. So you're
I
doing.
used to, yeah, we're going to plate it up for you.
Oh, look.
Magic of television.
Here's one I made earlier.
Here's one. Didn't you see us put it in this?
Wow.
Gabrielle said you're doing great.
It's Gabrielle
Thanks,
Marketing.
boss. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, boss.
Okay.
Oh, this looks so good.
Okay.
Is that warm?
Yeah.
Is that ready to eat?
It is. My rice, I didn't quite heat the rice because it's hot enough in this kitchen that just at room temperature the rice is good. But yeah, no.
I like the way that you tested its temperature by sticking your finger in it
That's
just
what
then as
chefs
well.
do.
Even though
Yeah.
you knew it wasn't hot.
Well, it's
You just
warm.
wanted to check.
It's good. It's good. You're good. Stop complaining.
That's a lot of sauce and not a lot of chicken. You see, I like.
Do you like more chicken?
No,
Oh,
no,
see,
don't add any more. That's great. It looks fantastic.
I prefer sauce.
And do you do a little garnish?
Oh yeah, look.
I know.
Local sprouts.
I saw
I
it
know.
over there when I was
You were being
just leading you on.
leading me on.
Look at that. That looks spectacular.
Can you get the man a fork, please?
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's hot. Woo! And then you can take
Can
it
these
home.
guys see this?
Yes.
Hold her up there. Gorgeous.
Chicken Tikka
Gorgeous.
with Mr. Jeremy Webb, Neptune Theater. He's gonna sing. How about we sing Chit Chat Chop? Chit Chat Chop.
Is there? Do you have a
No.
theme tune? You need to get one. Am I gonna try this?
Yeah, go ahead. Eat. And if it's bad, just lie.
I'll do what they. Oh.
But don't take the whole garnish.
Don't
That
want
would be
garnish.
not good.
Okay.
What do you think?
It is amazing.
Is it? 10 minutes in the Instapot. We nailed it.
And actually, what's good is it goes in smooth, and then it just gives you a little dancey bite after about
A
6
dancey
seconds.
bite. That's only from the theater. Dancy bite. It is good, isn't it? You're going to totally make that at home now. This is Ginger's Instapot because I don't have one.
Oh,
She brought it in. They've only made one dish in it.
I'm afraid of it.
it's really
She's
good.
scared it's going to blow her face off. But yeah,
Fantastic.
you could do any curry dish like that.
Yeah.
It really would be fabulous. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Taking
you.
a busy, your busy life. Busy life.
It's been a pleasure.
Actually, what's happening right now?
Right now the show is on.
The show's on right now.
Right
What song
now,
are they in?
They're actually probably just finishing. Right now is probably the finale of the show of Argyle Street Kitchen Party. Christina Martin has been on and been our guest star tonight.
Awesome.
Tomorrow night is opening night, and it's the Melatones. We're going to cram all of the Melatones into our kitchen.
Wow.
Excuse me. And in fact, one of the Melatones is playing guitar in the pit for Mamma Mia. So at the point when he's meant to be on stage in the kitchen party, I'm going to be under the stage with him with a camera, and I'm going to film him running from one stage to the other, because he'll be the first artist, I think, in history to appear in 2 different shows on the same night on 2 different stages
Wow.
at Neptune. So that's kind of cool. Brad Conrad from the Melatones. So yeah, so our guitarist in Mamma Mia is great. So
That's fabulous.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Cool. Well, I'm very excited.
Okay.
I've learned so much tonight, and means I
too.
need to go back to Neptune sooner rather than later.
Please.
Like
Every
maybe tomorrow.
Every show we brought up, he's like, I
My
like that.
husband said we still have to bring the kids.
The kids would love that show. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Cinderella's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So have you watched the full show?
What, your show?
Yeah. No.
I haven't watched the whole show. No.
Okay, so there's something that happens at the end.
Oh, see, I always read the whole script. I've done that before. A couple of years ago, I did a play, and I was reading it. It was already an offer, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Yeah." And I didn't read the last 3 pages. And I didn't read the last 3 pages that had my character getting shot twice, thrown over a couch, hit with a shovel, and fighting in the dark with a head mask on. All in 3 pages.
Sure,
and
I'll
it
do
nearly
it.
killed
No
me. And I
problem.
actually got up from behind the couch, and I looked at the director and I said, "This is a lesson. Always read the last 3 pages." So what are you going to do to me now?
Well, you like the name of our show, right? It's very
Chit
inventive.
chat
Chit chat chop.
It's very difficult to say, but
Yeah. Well, we have to do it 5 times fast, like super
Okay.
fast, super
Okay.
super fast. You ready?
Yeah.
You get it. Like get the lips ready.
Pimni pimni la li lu li Okay, I'm ready.
He's got them down. Are we ready? Okay.
And I go 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, but hold on one
Wait,
quick
next
second
week.
before we do that. Next week,
It's my roommate.
it's Adam's old roommate, who just happens to be the
Assistant captain.
not captain.
Assistant coach.
Coach, man, he's not a
And you
captain.
know hockey? I didn't know
Yeah.
there was.
Assistant coach of Team
Assistant
Canada.
coach of Team
Women's.
Canada's women's hockey team, and Jillian.
Jill Saulnier.
Is it Jillian or Jill?
Jill.
Jill Saulnier is coming on. She's one of the star players, and they're going to come on, and I don't know what they're going to make, because I'm going to be in Missouri, and it's going to be bloody hot. So Chef Andrew Farrell is going to be the guest host again next week. Whoop whoop, Chef Andrew, and we're really looking forward to that. And I'm sure Adam and Troy are going to have many stories to tell about roommate at university days, right? Yeah, many. Okay, so Jeremy's Webb, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Go to Neptune, check out
Yes.
Argyle Street Kitchen Party.
And
Check
5
out
guys named Mo.
and Five Guys Named Mo, because it is an awesome show. And all the other shows. I mean, you've got like a
Quite a few.
wide variety
Year round.
year round.
Year-round.
It's epically awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, so chit chat chop 5 times fast. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Chit chat chop, chit chat chop, chit chat chop, chit chat chop, chit chat chop. You nailed it! Woo! Tune in next week. Bye. Do 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 do.